Hey, it's Matt here with Peppercoat Barbecue. Today, I'm going to be making some grilled blackened salmon on the Old Country Barbecue Pit Santa Maria grill. This is one of our favorites, and I'm sure it's going to be one of yours, so stick around. I like to take the skin off of my salmon. This is completely personal preference, and you can do this yourself, or you can have a butcher do it for you. If you do it yourself, just get a nice sharp flaying knife and get as close to the skin as you can. Just work your way back. Once I get the skin off, I just like to square this up a little bit and cut off some of these smaller ends that are going to burn up. And I'll cook those separately, but I'm not going to cook them for as long. For seasoning, I'll just be coating with olive oil and sprinkling on some Zatarain's blackened seasoning. Got a good fire going. I'm going to go ahead and spread this out. Get ready to put the salmon on here, but I'm going to spray just a light coat of Pam on this rack. When you're grilling fish, once that fish gets ready, it'll let go, but you know, this is just a little self-assurance. I'm getting ready to put the salmon on the grill. I've got a nice fire going, got a lot of heat. I've got a cast iron skillet here that I dumped a small can of corn in, and I'm really just making kind of like a Mexican style street corn over here off of the cob, obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up just a little bit from the fire, and we'll put the salmon over here on this side. I'm gonna throw these smaller pieces up here close to the edge. These won't take long. And this larger piece we'll put right across here. I'm keeping my grill grates about 7 to 8 inches off of the coals with the amount of lump that I have in here. That allows me to keep my hands here for maybe 8 to 10 seconds. It's pretty warm, so I don't want this to burn. I want it to cook through, but I still want it to get a nice crust on the outside. But these smaller pieces here are almost done. So we can see that the color is starting to change. They're going from that deep pink to kind of an opaque or a white color. So I'm going to go ahead and flip these small pieces over. We knew it wouldn't take them but just a minute. I'm going to bring them over here. Leave this for just a moment. I pulled the corn off of the heat now. We'll just let that cool down a little bit. All that I have in here so far is just some butter, about 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 can of corn. These little pieces, I know these are done. They're very thin. I'm going to go ahead and pull these off. These will make great snacks. Now, here is the scary part about making a large piece of fish. So I got my griddle spatula out here, and hopefully, with a little luck and a prayer, we'll be able to flip this over without tearing it apart. I can tell by the way this feels, it's not quite ready to flip yet. So I'm going to give this just a few more minutes and see if it'll let go of that rack. Okay, we're going to try this again. I think we're ready now. It seems to have let loose. Beautiful. So as the salmon finishes up, I'm going to dump some mixture over here into this corn, and I didn't have any Mexican crema. All this is 1 tablespoon of sour cream and 1 tablespoon of Duke's mayonnaise. I'm going to put that into the corn. I want to put a little cayenne over here on our corn. Just a light sprinkle. And then a little bit of cilantro. The fire's cooled off just a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and lower this down a couple of notches so we can go ahead and get some color on that back side before it's completely done. Don't want to put it right in the fire. So while this finishes up, I told you this little piece would be good for samples. Yeah. That is so good. I love salmon. I love that Zatarain's seasoning. It's very salty, but then it has all of those other Cajun and blackening seasonings in it. It's really good. This is my favorite way to do salmon, right here over open fire with little Zatarain's. You need to give this a try. Sample number 2. You can tell when salmon's done, this white protein called albumin will begin to come out of the salmon, render out. But you want to cook to at least 145 degrees. I prefer about 155 degrees just for the texture. We're still well below that right now. We're at 112. So we got just a couple of minutes left to go. Let's check it out. I think we're done now. Right here in the middle, thickest part, we're at 157. This is perfect for me. If you don't like it that done, then pull it off a few minutes earlier. So we're ready to eat. Hey, I already know this is good. We already tried it out. So you give it a try. Leave a comment. Let me know how it works for you. Let me know how you like your salmon. And I'll see you next time on Peppercoat Barbecue.